Chub Rub. Hi friends! This video today is titled It's going to have the subject of Chub Rub. Anyway, I have been using baby powder. I use it on the Chub Rub areas. I'm Latina, so I call it La Lonja. It's the fatty parts of somebody that is heavy, and that's me. I use pure cornstarch. I just pop this lid off, and fill it up with pure cornstarch. And I use accordingly the way I've always used baby powder. I don't think there's been any illnesses or, you know, long use issues from people using cornstarch. It's just pure gluten-free. It's a gluten-free product. It's natural. This brand is Hearth Club by Clabber Girl, pure cornstarch, 16-ounce box that I get from the Dollar Tree. You can get this anywhere. Health food stores, Trader Joe's, Whole Food stores, grocery stores, Walmart's, Target. No, there is a danger from using talcum powder and many questions about the Johnson & Johnson baby powders. Anybody can go online. This particular website is titled TALC-BABY, and it's a talcum powder lawsuit. If you or a loved one developed cancer after using Johnson & Johnson baby powder or shower to shower for feminine hygiene, and then they're asking us, you know, for those people to contact them if they have been diagnosed with cancer and they've used these products. I mean, Johnson & Johnson was used on me when I was a child. I know this because Mom tells me about it. Thank God I have not been diagnosed with cancer regarding these types of lawsuits that you can read online. But, you know, and this website goes on to say a jury awards $72 million in cancer case after finding talc contributes to ovarian cancer. A jury awarded $55 million to cancer case after finding talc contributes to ovarian cancer. So, you know, it gives the information like that. And it says J&J is hiding something according to St. Louis jury. And I'm not going to go on, you know, reading, but this is just one website, one of many. This video, I don't want to focus too much on the actual specific lawsuits that you can Google, and they'll bring up because a gazillion of them. I Googled it. It said it is widely used in cosmetic products such as baby powder and adult body and facial powders, as well as in a number of other consumer products. In its natural form, some talcs contain asbestos, a substance known to cause cancers in and around the lungs if or when inhaled. Which, you know, I use it for Chub Rub, including under my arms. And my little routine is after I've showered, I've dried off, I step back into the shower, I powder myself, step out, rinse out the shower, and, you know, get dressed and so on. That's my routine. So I have inhaled it, breathed it, because when you sprinkle it on you or your baby, when you're changing your baby's diapers, it kind of floats in the air, and we're breathing it in. And what I Googled was baby powder, and it just brought up a bajillion different lawsuits. And so my video, like I said, I don't want to focus on that. It's there, it's a reality. I pray to God every day because of the years and years of it being used on me as an infant, and then I continued using it. I live in California. It's like a friggin' desert here, almost year round. It's hot. So these are things that, you know, little remedies and things that I've always used. That is my little tip today, using pure cornstarch in lieu of talcum powder. I've used this just this year. I just started this year. We're in June right now, so not very long, but it's just this year. It's just, I've never really paid attention to those. I've never really heard about it. You know, in today's cable, we watch TV, I usually record everything and then I fast forward through the commercials. So of course, if they've had commercials on there, I haven't heard about it. The reason why I've been hearing about it is because my mother does read the newspaper regularly, does watch the news. She's an avid news watcher, and she watches commercials. And she started telling me, you better stop using that stuff. Oh my God, are you still using it? I'm like, yeah, I've been using it for years.
And that their talcum products were responsible for causing ovarian cancer. If you use talcum powder and were later diagnosed with cancer, or if a loved one even died from ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call right now.
Thank God I haven't, I'll say it again, thank God I haven't gotten sick. The last time I've had a full checkup, a complete checkup, was about 2 years ago, and I, you know, came out of it with a clean bill of health. So. But, you know, there's also those cases where things get missed, unseen, and they're there even though you're getting checked, and until it gets bigger and bigger and becomes a nuisance, and you start developing symptoms. Then you go back to the doctor and they're like, oh my God, you're at stage whatever. And you're like, well, 2 years ago I just got checked, and you know, and then you get the explanation from your doctors. Yeah, well, that happens lots. You know, you come in, you get checked, and everything looks good. You know, it gets missed. It doesn't get seen. You're not exhibiting symptoms. You're not telling the doctor, because the majority of our checkups when we go see a doctor is those little questionnaires we fill out and us having a face-to-face with them, and if we're not having a symptom, we're fine. That is the gist of this video. Is I'm just giving a tip for those of you that have the chub rub issues like I do and have always used baby powder with cornstarch in it, or just baby powder in general. I started seeking the cornstarch when I started working out of town. I was commuting and they had me outside. There was a lot of perspiring. So that's when I had always been using baby powder, but I started seeking the baby powder with the cornstarch because the cornstarch works. And I'm not going to give up the cornstarch. It helps, it works, and it's safe. So far it's safe. So that's my tip. Cornstarch, and you can get any kind of baby powder container and just pop your little lid off and pour in your cornstarch, and then just, you know, now that I'm up in age, I am focusing on a more healthier, a cleaner life, a safer life, safer way of living, something I'm not going to be, you know, if this kicks up dust when, and it really doesn't, not much. I haven't really noticed it, so it might, but I haven't noticed it. And I breathe it in, it's not going to cause, you know, with the baby powder, asbestos in it. It says their attorneys are currently investigating allegations that drug giant J&J knew or should have known about the dangers of external use of talcum powder for women when used externally. In fact, studies have shown that talc powder used in the genital area can migrate through the vagina to the uterus, fallopian tubes, and ovaries, creating an allegedly statistically significant association between use of talc powder and ovarian cancer. This crap is scary, man. So yeah, this is why I felt compelled to make this video. Currently, thousands of women have filed lawsuits across the country against J&J, alleging the company failed to warn women and their families of the dangers of talc powder. While talcum powder product labels warn against inhalation, they do not warn consumers about the dangers of external use. This is my tip. Change it out for cornstarch. I strongly suggest to give up the baby powder or powder, talcum powder, whatever you're using, whatever brands you're using. Powder is powder, you know, so it can cause all kinds of trouble, all kinds of problems. So yeah, thanks for watching, friends. Toodles.